Alright, hey guys, Mitch here from the AudioDabbler YouTube channel, and we just had a question on, well, we as in, like, I run Audiobus for them, but, just had a question, or I just saw a question, on crossfade between iOS apps. And is there a solution out there to crossfade between apps, either in a host like Audiobus 3, ModStep, Cubasis, or in a way to it via inter-app audio? This is Calver Hall. Also, is it possible to assign a MIDI function to this to be assigned to a controller? I think I figured it out. I mean, it seems to be crossfading, so let me bring this up. Okay, and so right now you hear patterning. You don't hear figure, but when I throw this up, you're in figure. When I throw it back down, you're in patterning. And I just have I guess I could move that down. So you can go at halfway and see they're both going halfway. And so from my understanding, what a crossfader is it brings up, when it's to one extreme, it's only that audio, and then when it's to the other extreme, it's only that audio, and the crossfader becomes, it kind of brings the levels up and down, depending on the amount. That's depending on where the crossfader is. Well, you can do that with a regular. It wouldn't really work. I mean, you could do it with a knob, but a fader would be better. I have the Cuneo that has the actual crossfader bar at the bottom. That would work, or if you have some sort of DJ equipment, that would work, or just a standard fader like I have on my Axiom right here, up and down, will work as well. And so how I set this up was I went into, well, first I brought into AUM, and then I sent to A, and A is going out to my main output, which in my case is 3 and 4, but it could be whatever you have. And then I just sent this to B, which is going nowhere. And so there's signal going to bus B, but it's going nowhere. I could probably figure something else out, but to where to send the signal. But what you basically want to do is, because you couldn't really crossfade in between these. I guess you could crossfade the faders, but I thought it would probably be better to crossfade the amount being sent. That way you can still adjust the levels of the faders. Okay, and so if I was just crossfading the faders here and not the sends, then I would have no control over how much. If I needed to turn something down, I wouldn't have control over that. I would just have to crossfade, which wouldn't work if I only want one of these playing. Okay, and so MIDI source. So you go down here, you click on channel, and then you go to edit channel, and then send amount. It's not going to show up if you don't have a send, but if you have a send, it will show up. And I just MIDI learned. Now I'm getting this little icon right here saying that there's more than one control mapped to this message. Send bus A, send bus A, send amount. Okay, but that's fine, because I know that I'm doing that with the same thing, with the same controller. And then the same thing here, send amount. But on this one, you want to click on the range and change it from, because it'll be default from 0 to 100. You want it to go from 100 to 0. Okay, and then another thing that I have to remember to do if you're opening up a new session in AUM is to select the MIDI source and then select exactly where the MIDI source is coming from. Okay, and then you can just easily hit learn, and I hit learn, and I learned it on my controller, and then there you go. And so you can see. Let me zoom in here. You can see as I crossfade, it sends a certain amount, and so it's crossfading the sends. And if I turn it up, as I bring it down, you can hear patterning coming in and figure fading out. So that's the quick and easiest way that I know how to do it. You could, if you wanted kind of multiple apps, you could send them into its own channel and then send that channel to a different channel. But if there's a specific apps that you want to see, or a specific setup, then just leave a comment and let me know. But hopefully I answered the question on the AudioBus forum. And as always, give me a thumbs up and comment if you have any thoughts, and subscribe to my channel if you're not. And if you want to become a Patreon to support good content like this that's free, then, well, if you're a Patreon, then it's not necessarily free, but you're helping me out be able to justify the time that I spend sitting here making these videos and researching and playing with apps for hours and hours upon end. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I will talk to you guys later.